Kia ora friends and colleagues. This video is a outline of the brain blitz practice that I am going to lead in a few moments. And in this video I am going to show you how you can use your slowest brainwaves, your theta and your delta brainwaves, to do pretty much any change work that you require to help you with anxiety, with stress, with overwhelm, or with unhelpful negative thinking. So we want to upgrade your thinking so you can make room for more positive programs, for a more uplifting life experience. So basically, with all my teaching there, I have a focus on slow brainwaves. So this is theta and delta, and there's also a few threads of super fast gamma, which is a natural intelligence brainwave speed that we all have access to when we choose it. So I'll be going through all four levels of the mind and using this part called the superconscious, which is the 1%, and it mediates all of the other parts of your mind and the physiological structures of the brain. So in this self-hypnosis, we'll be connecting the mind-brain and the mind with your heart and your heart with your brain. So both the thought consciousness as well as the physiological. What it uses is the left and right hemisphere connected with that superconscious, which is connected to everything else, to your source, or however you like to think of that, or I call it the universe. So it uses the logical part of your mind, which is 10% of your capability, and it uses your imagination, which is 90% of your capability, and it taps into that cooperative relationship that we all have with the infinite field of intelligence. And it really is so easy, and that's why I wanted to teach this lesson in my garden office, and that is really going to aid this super healing and the supernatural ability which we all have. So if you like this practice, which I'm going to start in a few moments, please hit the subscribe button, give me a like, a thumbs up, or just give me a comment about how this brings value to you. And particularly what I want to know is if it helps you with anxiety, if it helps you to feel calm, if it helps you to feel more of a resilient leader, then that's awesome. So we're going to get started soon, and you're going to want to be undisturbed for a few moments, probably about 20 or so minutes. Without any further ado, let us get into the self-hypnosis part of this lesson. Remembering our goal is the brain blitz, which is to reduce anxiety and stress and overwhelm. I like to teach both the use of your left, your logical side, as well as your right, your imaginative side. And so we will always start with that firm direction, and then we will deepen this down, getting into the deepest levels of your consciousness. So it's going to take a few moments. Wherever you are, you'll be sitting upright. It can help you to have an eye mask, and if you need a glass of water handy, that can also help with hydration, always helps. So when you are ready, close your eyes and come within, and we will start with direction. If at this time you like to bring in guidance to help keep you grounded, then just bring in whatever guidance is relevant for you. Remembering any sounds from my end or your end, you can use them to deepen the experience. And if you hear any words that you don't like, just let them go. Don't hold on to them. Just let them be part of the experience. When you are ready, you can close your eyes, and as you close your eyes, you come within. And I will demonstrate first, and then you are going to take 10 deep breaths. The breath is breathing through the mouth and blowing out through the nose. And as you blow out, I want you to get into the parts of your lungs that don't often get use to expel all the air. So breathe out as hard and as long as you can, and then through your nose, and then sucking in through the mouth. Okay, so I'll demonstrate one and then you can do two. Here we go. Breathing through the mouth and out through the nose. Your turn now. Here we go. 10. And 9. Deeper, deeper, down, down, and 8. Breathing through the mouth, calm in, and breathe out. And 7. Deeper, deeper, down, down, and 6. Down, down, deeper, down, and 5. Breathe out tension, and 4. Set your intent to do your change work now. And 3. Use your lowest level of consciousness to allow all resistance to working with all levels of your mind to leave you in 1. All the way down. Relax now. Deeply, deeply down. When you are ready, come into your matakati area, your inner sight, but area between your brows, and just allow everything to deepen. If you can, just imagine swirling the energy around and around and around and around, and as you swirl the energy deepen, your focus come further within and center in a vision of your leadership, the qualities of peace, calm, resilience, strength, worth, and confidence. And we will start the work as you center in your inner sight. Please imagine that you are walking into a setting of your choosing, and once you reach that setting, you'll see a desk, and on the desk is a computer, and the computer has some dials, and there is a control for the computer on the desk also, and a chair. There are some wires from this computer, and you sit down in the chair. As you sit down, just allow all the images of your life just to fade away and just come into this place of your authority. As you sit down, you'll pick up the control, you'll pick it up, and the control can be any shape or form that you choose, but it is powerful, just as you are powerful. So sit down and take the cords that come from the machine, and they have a node, and you're going to tap into your heart. And this connects your heartbeat and sends imagery into the computer. If you're struggling to grasp this, just deepen with that swirling of energy coming into your mind's eye, and deepen and deepen. And as you connect the wires from the machine to your heart, just feel the deepening into your heart. Feel this power to be attached to the world as it is, to feel safe, to feel calm, to feel certain. So we're going to do the work now. We're moving into your imaginative realm. If it helps you now to see the imagery on the machine or the computer as a series of pictures, I'd like you to imagine in your consciousness as a set of waves, or a graphing of waves, like what I showed you in the outline, the presentation before this. So you can see these on the screen, and you can also feel inside you. When the words that I will say next resonate, you'll actually feel them. You'll feel the sensations and feel the rhythms. Concentrate on the structure of your brain, the regions, the areas, the hemispheres, the circuitry, the matter, the chemicals. Imagine, and you can see this represented on the machine, the computer screen in front of you, the 4 mind levels. So we have the superconscious, your all-knowing, all-powerful, all-connected 1%. We have your conscious mind, the 10%. We have your ego, which is part of your conscious mind. Subconscious mind, the 90%. So those are the mind levels. So I'd like you also just to imagine your brain wave speeds, and these will flash, as I said, they're going to come as a wave, but these will flash as on the screen for you. So firstly, starting with beta, and just above beta there's gamma, and just under beta there's alpha, and just under alpha is theta, and at the bottom is delta. And we are choosing theta or delta. You are choosing theta or delta, but this will flow as a wave, and you can see this on the screen as we go. Now I'd like you to imagine with your control there are 5 buttons. So in this process, as I use words which will direct you into the physiology of your brain, and into the brain regions, and into the hemispheres, and into the neurocircuitry, you will be able to work with your brainwave speeds and your mind's levels with your control. So on your control, you will be able to push a button, a red button, to map resistance. So this will show you areas of density, of toxicity, of anything that you need to clear and transmit, and you'll be able to do this. You'll have a blue button, number 2, which will allow you to do tune-ups, and this may be physical or this may be metaphysical. Remember, we're just talking about your imagination here, and this is all up to you. So just allow yourself this power and this knowing. The third button, which is a transmission button, and it's purple, will allow you to access the superconscious and will allow you transmissions of benefit for your optimal well-being. The fourth button is a yellow button, and that will enable you to compound and set these the knowings as programs, new programs for you. And lastly, the black button is integration, which means when you push that button on your control, this work will be integrated and you'll be able to come back and access this anytime you choose in your self-hypnosis. So what I am going to do will enable you both to see on the screen and to feel in your mind and in your brain these words using the sensory systems that we have. So our outer senses, which drive our inner senses. I'm going to say a bunch of words to you, and I want you to use your 5 buttons, and I'm suggesting to you that you have the power to know. You may see the images flash up on the screen. You may also feel them inside your mind. So let's go. When you are ready, we're going to start first actually with your heart. So as I say the word heart, allow yourself to feel and allow yourself with your control to do what you need to do. Allow with your heart the knowing there are neurons just like the mind. This is one of the locations of the vagus nerve, the wandering nerve, connecting the mind, the brain, to the heart and the other systems. You're connecting the systems of your stress response, your sympathetic system with your parasympathetic restoration, rest and digest system. So I'm going to ask you to direct the energy from your heart up through into the brainstem. So just feel that and see that if you wish on the screen. The flow of energy from your heart to your mind, to your heart, to your brain. And I'm going to ask you to feel the word coherence. Heart, mind, coherence. Subconscious mind, please connect the heart with the mind, thoughts with feelings, and connect in the innate emotional guidance system. Restore, compound, integrate. Coming into the mind through the brainstem, allow the energy to come up and center your awareness in the brainstem. And I'm going to use those words to power your physiological and your sensory functions as they are for you, with all knowing for the conscious mind as is required. So first starting with superconscious, turn on, and allow unfolding of the mind to come as it needs to come. Please allow this conscious mind to settle and to feel safe without knowing. And just allow each person to be able to whip around the subconscious mind, the great data bank, allowing access to all areas as is appropriate. And allow the ego to settle with the conscious mind. So, here are these words. Sentient, touch, experience, movement. Where do you feel, see, hear, sense these words in your mind and in your brain? Remembering those 5 buttons, if there is anything that you need to do here, do so. Allow your full sentient properties, the sensations, the movement, the experience, the connection, enable these full functions of your mind, of your brain. If there is any guidance to be received, let this come. Superconscious mind, please program in and compound full optimal well-being of the sentient abilities. Thank you. And now I will ask you to bring your awareness through with these words into your mind, brain, heart, mind, coherent brain. Visual, voyant, sight, spatial, vision, place, time, space, place, reality. Allow what needs to come through and use your 5 buttons. Resistance, map, tune up, receive, transmit, compound and integrate. Just allow that to happen. With all knowing in the heart as is required, expand your physical and metaphysical abilities now. Any guidance allowed to come. Allow the full structure of the brain to be restored as is optimal for you now. Thank you. Superconscious mind, join, rejoin, remember, recode. And coming through into the next sensory restoration. As you hear these words, allow whatever images need to come to you and feel within the expression of the brain's functions and the sensory functions with these words now audient. Hearing, learning, memories. 5 buttons, do your work. Superconscious mind, please join, rejoin, reset, compound, all-knowing, integration. Now moving to the next sensory, to the areas of the brain that power these functions. Come to gustatory. And with these words, taste. With gustatory, with taste, with hunger, with appetite, with satisfaction. And also with these sensations, arousal, desire, feelings and emotions, any guidance, let it come, and deepening into now the functions and sensory systems triggered by these words. You'll feel them light up. Olfactory, smell, survival. Remembering your 5 buttons of the control. With those words, you can do your work. I'll just pause for a moment to let you do any work with any of the systems. Allowing any guidance to come. And when you are ready, coming to the extrasensory systems innate within you. And as you hear these words, remembering you have the power in your controls, and you can see the images or feel the sensations within you. Here are the words: extrasensory, perception, multidimensional experience, supernatural, metaphysical. Allow what you need to do. So taking a step back from here, I'd like you to see, feel, hear, or whatever senses need to come to you, your whole brain, your whole mind, brain, heart, mind system, your wandering vagus nerve that connects the areas, your connection with all that is around you. Just imagine this as a field of electrochemical energy, neurocircuitry. So your DNA, your RNA, all the molecular structures, all the systems, the hemispheres, the regions. Just allow yourself to experience this without limitation. And again, use your controls. Allow what needs to be done to be done. Allow all guidance. Allow all knowing. And anything else that needs to be done here, please do it now. I'm just going to repeat the list of words again, just for one thorough going over. So we have thoughts, memory, speech, emotions, arousal and touch, emotion, language, learning, memory, spatial placement, connection, perception, healing, self-awareness, cognition, movement, respiration, breathing, hunger, supernatural. And when you are ready, please bring in that knowing of self-leadership, of peace. Bring this into your awareness, center and ground. Allow the program of your superconscious mind to give you this power to come back at any time in your self-hypnosis. And when you are ready, I'm going to count back from 1 through to 4 to complete this brain blitz. Feel the power of your mind and your brain without limit. Here we go. 1. Taking all of the benefit of this practice with you into the physical. 2. Condensing the metaphysical, the spaciousness, unbounded of the unlimited explicable into the physiological molecular structure of your mind, your brain. And 3, feeling the sensation and the tingling sensations leaving you now. And 4, when you are ready and at your own pace, please awaken to emerge fully ready for the next activity to follow. Thank you, my friend Moriora. So if you liked that, please leave me a like or hit subscribe to get more content. And also there is a link below to 3 webinars that I'm delivering this week. They're free, and they explain my system of slow brains as well as demonstrate the self-hypnosis that you just received So they actually demonstrate those in a group setting, which always brings more energy into the practice. So the link is below for you. You have to register, but it's pretty easy. It's a pretty easy process, and that will give you reminders so that you can make sure that you gain the benefit of this incredible practice to blitz your brain and to deal with anxiety and stress and overwhelm. Thanks again for listening.